Hi guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you something different. I went to the Scrapbook Expo in Denver a few days ago, maybe a week ago, and I wanted to kind of give you my reviews on the two classes that I took and also kind of a little haul of the things that I purchased at the expo. Now, I did not go last year. I skipped last year. Can't remember why I skipped it, but I have been, this is my third time going to the Denver show, and so I was super excited. First thing with any scrapbook expo is that you get a little bag, and this time it's this purple bag that doesn't have anything on it. It just seems like as the years go by, I don't know if it's just me, but it's the little bag that you get with your admission gets kind of less and less exciting or enticing, or there's just nothing in there. Before you even get a glue stick, but now you don't even get that, so you just get this purple bag. And I mean, I know that, you know, it's this bag is not the purpose or the reason for you going to the expo, but it's kind of, you know, you expect that because they've been giving it to you for years, and it's becoming, you could see that they're kind of not spending as much on that, and so it's a little bit disappointing because you're expecting it. You do get the show guide, so you get a little book that has all of the workshops and of course the floor plan. I gotta say that like I said, this is my third time, and it seems like every time I go it gets smaller and smaller, especially the area where you have the vendors where you shop. It gets smaller and smaller. And it's pretty sad because it's a little glimpse of the state of the industry itself, but it's still good that people are still going in there, but it's just, yeah, it's a testament that it's not as big as it used to be. And I think also I remember going to the Scrapbook Expo in Southern California years back, and it was huge. There were so many people. I think it was like 2000 and I would say 2006, so that's over 10 years ago. And you know, there was a lot of traffic going on versus now. So I think also that has to do with the location. Denver is a smaller city compared to Anaheim, or I think it was done in Costa Mesa the last time I went. But anyways, so that you get the guide, and then you get these papers over here, the scan and cut, and then this little flyer for a local crop. Well, the crop in a state. And then I got two badges. I got the learn one and then the return, because I did come back because this is my third time. If you spend over 150, you can get another badge that said I shopped or something like that. But you know, that's shopping, although it's fun, it's not really the main purpose that I go over there. So I'm going to show you now my first class that I would like to review. Okay, so the first class that I wanted to review was the Scrapbooking, Mixing, and Matching Paper Collections by Nicole Peterson Designs. I have taken a class, I think I took a couple of classes from Nicole a few years back, and I've really liked it. One of the reasons I like it is because she gives a lot of products in there, and so you feel like you're getting the most out of your money. The class was $39. That is if you sign up before like a certain deadline, and then it goes up a little bit. But here are what you get from the class itself. So you get this bag of embellishments from Jilly Bean and also Bella Boulevard. I'm not going to open it up, but there's just a ton of embellishments there. And then you also get some paper packs. You get this one from Echo Park, and then two paper collections from Photoplay Paper. This one's Summer Vibes. I'm not going to open it up. And then the other one is Splish Splash. And then the class itself, she gives you products so you can make at least 6 layouts, and we don't do all of the 6 layouts in the class because it's only an hour class, but she does give you products to be able to recreate it at home, which I love. And she also leaves directions in there, because I feel like that's what the classes are for, is that you can take home whatever you learn and then apply it in your scrapbooking at home. But we did, while we were in class, manage to start this particular layout, and so we just cut a bunch of strips and then had a background piece of cardstock, and then that is our heart, and then we put that on the background. As you can see, I haven't even adhered it, so that was really fun. And then we also we started another layout, which was, I believe it is this one right here, where we did the stamping already, and then we can just add the papers and the cardstock if we wanted to. So that was what we did. And then she also talked about how she would mix and match papers, and she gave us a little glimpse of her process and how she organizes her papers, and then how that organization helps her to be able to pull out the papers that she needs efficiently and then be able to make pages. So I thought that for the price of the class, it was really good. You get a lot of stuff, and then she also gives you a lot of her insights, which you can tell that she's been scrapbooking for a long time, because she has some really great insights. And I have been scrapbooking for a long time as well, but I like going to classes like this where you learn a little bit of other people's process, so that kind of opens up your mind into other ways of documenting, or in this case, mixing papers. So I would give this, if it was a review for 5 stars being the highest or when 1 being the lowest, I would give this a 5. So if you're considering taking a class from Nicole, I would definitely give her high remarks for her class. Okay, the second one, I did a make and take from the Stamplistic, and this was a $3 make and take, and I liked it because it showed what you can do with so this is, I cut out the inside, but this is the stamp. This is the entire stamp. And then what we did was, we were given 4 different papers, 3 varying shades of pink and then 1 green, and we were to cut different parts of this one stamp to create this layered flower. And then we were also taught how to use the glue pen, and then also the katana, which is the one that you can use to help pick up the jewels. So I thought my layered flowers, you can see it's very layered, turned out really pretty. You get to choose between a blue, a pink, and a purple, and it was super easy. The instructors were really kind, and they were very patient with those that were having a hard time figuring out. I think my biggest challenge was that cutting which part of it will be cut. Now, the reason I took this class was because I didn't buy the stamp, but I have a lot of doily stamps, like this style of stamp. And so I'm thinking I can definitely recreate this with this existing stamp that I have. So I love that I was able to get some techniques from this and be able to translate that to the products that I already have on hand. So that's a $3 make and take, and I really enjoy that one. Now I saved my least favorite, the one that I was most disappointed about the last, because I don't know, I have a lot of things to say about this one. So I only took 2 classes. The first one, like I said, was Nicole, and then the second one was done by the vendor. It's cheaper than therapy, and it's called Pop-Up Twist Accordion, and it's basically in the advertisement, when you look online, it showed that it will teach you how to make pop-up cards, and the examples on the website were very bright. They were just really, the colors were nice and everything. And then you get in there, first of all, it was a little bit chaotic in the beginning, because they apparently there were like 30 people or 31 that signed up, and then so we were running out of kits, and then come to find out there were 2 people that was sitting there and they were in the wrong class. So it was just a little bit chaotic in that regard. And then we started doing the cards. Now the first card that we did was this one, where it was teaching us how to make this pop-up thing where you can, you know, you could put something in here, adhere it, and then open it up and it'll pop up. Now, the way that it was being taught wasn't so, well, I found that it wasn't so difficult, so it was doable. The problem that I have in this class was, first of all, the cards that they gave us were not the ones in the example. Now, I know that they said that, you know, sometimes they create the card way in advance, and then as the year go by, they run out of products. Totally understandable. But the problem is the replacement of this was not even anywhere near what the sample was. The second thing was that basically this card class was to show a certain die that you can buy to make these pop-up elements, or not devices, but the element itself that would make the card pop up. Now, I'm okay with people showing me how to do things, but for $34, I would have assumed that they would at least give me the die. So again, I can take home what I learned in this class and then repeat it at home. They did not give us a die. And then they did the other card, and the lady that was teaching it kept on showing that this card, when you open it up, again, they were doing the devices, and this one was a little bit more difficult, but it's supposed to be, in her example, there was a little snowman over here, and then you will open it up and then the snowman comes up. Cute, right? But the problem was they did not even give us the products or the cutout circles to create the snowman. We kept on asking, where's the snowman? Because she kept on talking about, oh, the snowman this, blah, 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 but there was no snowman in our kit. Now, I even raised my hand. I'm like, I don't have a snowman. And then one of the other ladies was like, well, welcome to the club. Like, people were getting upset about this class. And it's interesting because the snowman, again, was a die cut. So I understand, again, if you have products that you have run out of and you can't have, but if what you're showing are die cuts, how hard is it to use that die cut when you already have that tool and run a few snowmans so that we can actually have a snowman in our kit? That was the thing that upsets me. And then they said, oh yeah, we're going to give you a die at the end. So I was like, okay, I guess they're going to redeem themselves by actually giving us the die that would help with with creating the pop-up. Okay, so at the end, they did give us a die, and I thought, okay, they're going to be able to redeem themselves. But unfortunately, the die that they gave us was this, which is to create the waves and all that. And I'm just thinking to myself, how is this connected to the pop-up that we were supposed to learn in this class? Again, this class was $34, and I felt like it was just a demonstration for you to be enticed to buy the actual die in their shop, which I thought was really wrong. And then apparently, because I was in the Facebook group for this particular Scrapbook Expo, and there were some people that was in my class that went to the vendor afterwards, and they were complaining, and they were being handed out some other things, even like a embossing folder and things like that, because they were complaining. And I thought that that was kind of like an indication that they were really doing us justice with this class, because first of all, they were giving us crappy products to go along with the class. They gave us this kind of die, which is not anywhere near close to what they were supposed to be showing us, which I think is the reason they gave this to us was maybe because it was an extra. They had a lot of this, and so they were just giving it out. And I think that's the same thing with the people that had come to the store where they were giving out products, and they were just like, here, you can have this, thinking that as crafters, we like free stuffs, and we do like free stuff, but to a certain point, I felt like just because it's free, it doesn't necessarily mean that that would make our disappointment all go away. I think that vendors should remember that, you know, we pay for a certain class expecting a certain thing, and then if you don't deliver, of course, we're going to say something. So that's my rant on that. I'm done. I am going to, I left a review for this class in the website, so hopefully that other people will be able to learn. And for me, my lesson that I learned here is I'm never going to take a class by It's Cheaper Than Therapy. ever again because yeah, I was not happy at all with the class. I thought that for $34 this is what you get. I mean, the papers are not even anything, you know, I mean, you guys know me, I'm all about color. This is nowhere near color, and I will not use these kinds of colors for like a pop-up because there's a certain feel that you want for a pop-up card, and it's nowhere near. And I just, yes, I'm done. I'm done rattling about that. So those are my review of the classes that I took, and also the make and takes, and kind of a little bit of my impression on this on the 2018 Denver Scrapbook Expo. I will post another video showing my little haul. I did find some cute stuff, so I will share that. If you have any questions, make sure that you leave it in the comment section below. Please give this a thumbs up if it was helpful for you. I know I watch some Scrapbook Expo videos once in a while, especially when it gets closer to when I'm going to the expo, just so that I could be aware of what to expect. Each city is different for sure, but sometimes there's a few things that are similar across the board. So I will catch you guys another day. Bye.